Welcome back, warrior. We are recording from Greece still, and we're still in Santorini. This is the place that we're staying, and I wanted to kind of just give you a little overview rundown. We actually get to stay next to this church. Isn't this amazing? It's just gorgeous. It's old, and it doesn't, like, nobody actually meets there for church, which is sad because tomorrow is Sunday. And I was hoping that we could meet there because then maybe I wouldn't be so late to church all the time, right? But anyway, I don't know, you can't really see all this, but it's a beautiful scene. And this is our hotel, or like where we're staying. It's just gorgeous. And you can kind of see over there. So cool, right? So anyway, I wanted to show you that before we got into it because I need to, make a record of this and I need to save that for later. So we're going to be in 1 Nephi chapter 9, and we're so excited to be able to read this chapter. It's actually really short, so I don't mind. I don't mind that it's short because we heart short chapters in the scriptures. But no, I don't consider myself to be an excellent reader anyway, so it's less embarrassing for me. But I did want to show you guys these pictures that I just got. They're like the postcard pics, and maybe you'll be able to see them. But because I don't read during the day, you can't actually see all the things. And so this is one of the postcards that we got. Isn't it gorgeous? This is here in Santorini. And this is another one. So fun fact is all the blue roofs are churches, but also fun fact is even the blue roof churches, there could be churches that don't have blue roofs. So that is kind of fun. Also the donkeys, they get to be used to haul things up and down the stairs, and they like to poop everywhere. But they're so strong. We saw them carrying some serious bricks. It was awesome. And the people here like clean up their donkey's poop. So it's not just always sitting there, except for we actually did go down some stairs and they left them there. But I think it's because it's winter time, so it's off season, and so they don't have as many people working in the area. But here's another postcard that I really liked. And what's really fun is we're staying somewhere around here called it's called Fida. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe it's right there. And we actually were able to hike. It's called the Fida to Ia Trail, and we hiked from all this, and we got to go to the very tip there. That's what we hiked the other day, and it was amazing. And it's like 6 miles. We did in like 3.5 hours. It was, I mean, I'm sure some people could probably do it faster. And then yesterday we actually took a taxi van, and he drove us from where we're at to the other tip, and there's a lighthouse right at that tip, and it was so cool. Anyways, so if you've ever wanted to come, it's actually really cool to come when it's not busy. And then this is the last postcard that I have, but this one was just really cool with the sunset and everything. And we actually got to eat at a restaurant somewhere around here, and got to have this view as we ate, and it was just gorgeous. So I don't remember what the place was called, sadly, but it was so good. It was so good. It's delicious and gorgeous. So I would highly recommend going to eat off of a place that has like seating and windows overlooking the ocean. Oh, I dropped some. Also, apparently it was like raining here at some point, and so everything's like wet. I didn't realize, but I did bring a towel out here so that we could dry things up before we started. Okay, so here we go. I thought it would be kind of cool to do this outside, so that's why we're out here. But we're on chapter 9, and this is the like light that I have. I actually do have a flashlight, but I think this one's going to be a little easier. This is just like one of our crush lights. It's actually fancy. It crushes down. And so it crushes down really flat. And what's nice is it is solar powered. I don't know, you can't really tell that it's solar powered, but right here it has a little panel. But you can also charge it with a little cord. So anyways, in case anybody needed that. Okay, so here we go. Chapter 9. Maybe we'll hold it like this and then it won't be so bad, possibly. Okay, so Nephi makes 2 sets of records. Each is called the Plates of Nephi. The larger plates contain a secular history. The smaller ones deal primarily with sacred things. Okay, so we just, yesterday we just read Lehi's dream, okay? And we're going to go into chapter 9 and then chapter 10. And then this coming week we get to study Nephi having a dream. So, or no, is it? Am I wrong? Anyways, we'll see. Because I think maybe chapter 10 talks about Nephi's dream. We're skipping ahead. Let's not do it. Okay. So, chapter 9, verse 1. And all these things did my father see and hear and speak as he dwelt in a tent in the valley of Lemuel, and also a great many more things, which cannot be written upon these plates. And now, as I have spoken concerning these plates, behold, they are not the plates upon which I make a full account of the history of my people. For the plates upon which I make a full account of my people, I have given the name of Nephi. Wherefore they are called the plates of Nephi, after mine own name. And these plates are called the plates of Nephi. Nevertheless, I have received a commandment of the Lord that I should make these plates for the special purpose that there should be an account engraven of the ministry of my people. Upon the other plates should be engraven an account of the reign of the kings and the wars and contentions of my people. Wherefore these plates are for the more part of the ministry, and the other plates are for the more part of the reign of the kings and the wars and contentions of my people. Wherefore the Lord hath commanded me to make these plates for a wise purpose in him, which purpose I know not. Now, the purpose, remember, we know that the record that Joseph Smith was first translating, they got lost. It was Lehi's, I guess, record. And those got lost or stolen, or, however you want to word it, but they got lost, and so we don't have access to those. And this is why the Lord was commanding Nephi to write his record, so that we could actually have something of the record that had been lost. And then he says, But the Lord knoweth all things from the beginning, wherefore he prepareth a way to accomplish all his works among the children of men. For behold, he hath all power unto the fulfilling of all his words. And thus it is. Amen. I did want to say how special it is to be reading these scriptures next to a church. And like, I know that the Bible, there's a ton of churches that are named after John the Baptist, or just like a lot of people that have so many churches dedicated to John. And so there's John the Baptist, and then there's John the apostle, I guess we could call him that. Anyway, and I just think it's so cool that these churches are so old, and there's so many close together. Like, these people, like in ancient times, obviously not very many people are going to church right now, but like in these buildings, because you can't. But a long time ago, these people went to a lot of church. They were people who loved Jesus Christ and who believed the words of prophets and apostles. And I just think that's so cool. And I don't know how old this church is. I feel like at some point maybe we knew it was like in the 1500s or something, maybe. I'll have to go look it up and then we'll tell you tomorrow. But anyways, I just think it's so special to be able to read scriptures while also next to an actual church that was built and dedicated to one of those apostles or prophets. And it's just like a unique experience. Anyway, and like that the scriptures were written in Greek and then translated so that we could have them in like English. So anyway, I think it's so cool. And we get to go to Athens. So like that's gonna be a whole nother awesome thing. But that was just like one thing. And then the second thing was, I love that the Lord knows all things from the beginning. Wherefore he prepareth a way to accomplish all his works among the children of men. For behold, he hath all power unto the fulfilling of all his words, and thus it is. Amen. So the Lord has power to fulfill all his words, regardless of our human imperfections, right? Like Joseph Smith lost the pages, or he gave them and he trusted somebody, but then they got stolen or they got lost. And isn't it interesting how even if we make mistakes, the Lord can consecrate our afflictions, our mistakes, for his good, for his gain. He can use our sin that we commit on accident or on purpose and turn things around for those that believe. You know, it reminds me of this quote from Elder Jeffrey R. Holland. He says, so be kind regarding human frailty, except in the case of his only perfect begotten Son. Imperfect people are all God has ever had to work with. That must be terribly frustrating to him, but he deals with it. So should we. End quote. It's just awesome, right? And I love the fact that even if I make a mistake, even if I mess up something, it doesn't matter that much, and I need to forgive myself, and I just need to trust God that he is going to consecrate those afflictions, those sins, those mistakes for my gain. And it's just humbling to know that I'm in good hands no matter what, right? Like, as long as I keep coming unto him, it won't matter what happens, that he's got my back. And that makes me feel really safe. So let's think about those things that we've done, or those things that have happened to us because of imperfect people, and write down how the Lord has had your back, has watched out for you, even during those times of weakness, even during those times of someone else's weakness, and how you have felt his love and his mercy through those times. Because I think that as we continue to experience and are grateful for those times, that we will continue to grow, and we will continue to come unto him, and will continue to strengthen our testimony of him in our lives, because we are noticing those things that really matter to us. And I'm grateful for that. And so that's it for today, and we'll do chapter 10 tomorrow. Stay strong, warrior.